What is up, guys? Ripper Rod Fishing here, back with another fishing video. Guys, in today's video, short and simply, I'll be displaying my rod and reel inventory for 2021. Now, just a little disclaimer here. This video is in no way a flex or just trying to show, oh, I have all these rods and reels. I'm very fortunate to be able to have them. But it's just to show you guys, like, oh, this is the reels and the rods that I have, just to show you guys, like, you know, what I fish with on a regular basis. So without further ado, guys, let's hop straight into today's video. Alright, guys, so the first rod that I'll be showing you is none other than the Lew's American Hero Baitcaster. Now, this is my brother's rod that I sometimes use. So it isn't technically mine, but it is one of the rods that I have in my inventory. Now, I got this from Academy Sports and Outdoors for $80. It's an affordable baitcaster. I recommend it for those who are just starting fishing and baitcaster fishing as well, because it is a great rod to use. Now, it's a 7-foot long rod, has medium heavy, fast action. Now, I have tied on 15 pound braid line, obviously in green color, just because, you know, it looks good with the blue and black. And the lure I have on is a spinner bait. Oh, let me get it. A spinner bait with a saucy swimmer. You're supposed to have a lure on here that's between like 3/8 of an ounce to 1 ounce. So basically anything from that range should be suitable. But I mean, obviously you can go like a little bit less or a little bit heavier. This is just what Lew's recommends. Overall, I really like this rod. I would have got it if I could. I definitely recommend you go to your local fishing shop. You go get this wonderful baitcaster. I think the biggest fish caught on this was a 10-pounder. So I mean, you're definitely gonna be hammering those big ones out in the water. You probably want to do some pond or lake fishing or anything else. Nothing too extreme, obviously, with these. Baitcasters require some really nice and intense care and maintenance. So if you want to have, you know, smooth reeling, you have to, you know, constantly maintain it. But yeah, I highly recommend this rod for everyone who wants an affordable price. You know, smooth turning, you know, and just a great company that I truly believe in. So this is the American Hero Baitcaster rod. I recommend you get it, and that's the first rod on today's list. So the second rod on today's list is probably my favorite, just because it's obviously mine. This is none other than the Lew's Mach Smash Baitcaster. Apart from the striking color of a bright red, this is a really great rod that I would really recommend everyone to get for numerous reasons. Number one, the bright red color. That's pretty much a given. Second, it's $130, so it is a little bit on the expensive side, but for something of this quality, I mean, I think it's just worth it. So I got this from Academy Sports and Outdoors, which is, you know, the main place where I get all my fishing equipment. It is a 6'10" rod, so it is on the smaller side, smaller than the American Hero that I showed you guys earlier. And it's a medium, heavy, fast action, and you could only put a 3/8 to a 3/4 ounce bait on this, but I've put on like some really like big baits. Like I've put swim baits on this. I've put really, I don't know, gigantic lures, but this is just a little worm. Again, nothing out of the ordinary that I tied on. What I really like about this is the paddle. Again, like a really smooth grip that I like, easy feel, easy turning. I have tied on mono line on this. Really, I think you can tie it on with braid, but I would just say mono because it's, you know, it's lighter and like it's easier to get bird's nest out of, and especially if you're starting baitcaster fishing, you probably want to get mono line, not braid immediately, because you're going to get into a lot of bird's nests. I've done a review on this rod in one of my early videos. I'll link it down in the description below, but you guys can check that out for more information on this rod. But Luz is a great company. I really like this rod. Again, like, you really don't even like have to have a weight on the lure because it just operates so smoothly. Even with a bait as light as this one. So gear ratio is 7.5 to 1. So you're gonna get some smooth turning and everything. Really adjustable. Just crank that thing up. So I mean, yeah, guys, this is just a really great baitcaster. I'm happy I got it. This is just one of my favorite rods on today's list. I mean, it's mine, so that's why it's my favorite. But again, really great quality, really great color. Luz is just a great company, and I'm really thankful that they made this rod. And a lot of popular fishing creators have gotten it, and they left some great reviews as well. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by Luz. They're not endorsing me in any way. I just like the company. I believe in their great work and everything. So just to put that out there. So let's hop on to the third rod on today's list. So just to let you guys know a fun fact, 2 out of the 5 rods, which is the previous ones that I showed, are Baitcaster rods. And 3 out of the 5, which I'm about to show you, are spinning rod and reel combos. Now, I have one extra rod with no reel in it. Like, I just have the rod for no reason. I just lost the reel, and so I just kept it there sitting in the garage. So that's that. But the third rod on today's list is none other than the Shakespeare SPWA 2056 2-meter spinning rod. Now this thing is 5'6", which is like about 1.7 meters, which is really small, and you can only put 8 to 10 pound line on this, but this is 20-pound line, so we're working with what we have. This was the first rod that I've ever had. I got this thing from like Walmart for literally less than $20. This is probably the cheapest spinning rod and reel combo that you're gonna get. One of. I'm pretty sure this one was like $10, but that's besides the point. I mean, this thing is affordable. Like, I just don't recommend it for anyone who's starting fishing. I mean, I've only caught like the biggest fish. Actually, I've caught a lot of big fish on this. I'll show you guys just right here. These are just 2 fish that I've caught on this rod and reel combo. Like, I would say this is the purpose of this is probably for like bluegill fishing or like sunfish fishing. Like, you're not really, I mean, if you want to catch like 10 pounders on here, I mean, your line's gonna break. Like, just look how flexible. Like, a rod is not supposed to be this flexible. If you guys want to see a video where I test the flexibility of this Shakespeare rod, let me know down in the comments below. Like, I could literally do it against like a lamp, a book, I don't even know. Just to see like the durability and like how long until it reaches the snapping point. I just have tied on just a little orange crankbait there. So yeah, this rod is really nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, it was my first rod. I've caught some pretty good fish on this. I mean, I'd say, my personal opinion, really don't get this rod. If you're just looking to have an extra rod in your inventory, just because it's a cheap price but not so good quality, I mean, yeah, sure, you can get it. But those who are starting fishing, get a spinning rod that's like between $50 to $100. I'll show you guys one that I have right now, which I think is the best spinning combo for you guys to have. So let me show you guys that rod. So the spinning rod that I was talking so highly of is here. This is none other than the Luz Laser TXS spinning rod. I added the Shakespeare reel from the other rod that I had just because it wasn't functioning. Like, the one that it's compatible with, the rod I said that was an extra rod just sitting in the garage. Can't speak today. That one, I don't have no idea why. It just was not functioning for some reason. So I know there's little nitpicky things here and there, but I just added the Shakespeare reel to the combo, and I mean, it works well. So this, obviously, the rod is the one I'm mainly referring to, is 6'6". It is medium power, and you can put like 4 to 12 pound line on this thing. There is no line on it. I'm gonna have to put some on. I'm probably gonna put fluorocarbon. I would really not get braid on spinning rods. That's my personal opinion. Many others may tell you different things, but just from your boy Ripper Rod Fishing, I don't really like braid on spinning combos. I mean, I showed you guys the reel from the other one. It is pretty crappy, but I mean, like, hey, it works. It gets stuck and jammed sometimes, and I mean, this thing is like, I'm telling you, it's like plastic basically. Like, you can literally like bend this thing. Hang the ceiling, sorry. I mean, yeah, I don't like the reel, but I think that the rod is where it's at. So if you want to get the normal Lose Laser TXS spinning rod and reel combo, I suggest you go get that. I'll link it in the description below. I believe this thing was like $70. Don't quote me on it. I mean, it is a decent price. Like, it's between the $50 to $100 price range for a spinning combo. So if you guys want to get a good spinning combo when you're first starting fishing, or if you've been a really experienced fisherman, I think the Lose Laser TXS is where it's at. It's a speed stick, so you gotta get a lot of good action. I mean, this thing is not really that flexible, and to a point, that's good, but also it's not that good. I mean, if it's too flimsy, it's like the Goldilocks. Too flimsy, it's pretty shabby, it's gonna break. Too stiff, it's also gonna break, but just the good amount of shakiness, and you've hit the bullseye. So obviously, this is a spinning rod I really recommend because of the quality, the price, and yeah. So throughout this video, guys, I know I've been saying like, oh, I really recommend this rod and reel and everything, but I truly do. Like, I chose all these rods and reels just because of my personal experiences, being a beginner fisherman myself. I wasn't really experienced. I didn't really know what like rod and reel combos to get, and I just looked to YouTube to like kind of help me. So this is from like my experience and everything, and this video kind of went from a rod and reel inventory to like my recommendations of like a baitcaster and spinning rod and reel combos. But I'm just saying that because all of these rod and reels that I've chosen, are ones that I really want you guys to have and get in the water and start fishing, whether or not it's like now, whether it's in 2 a.m. in the morning, in any place, anywhere. Yeah. So we'll move on to the last rod right now. So the last rod on today's list is none other than the Daiwa Proteus spinning rod. Now, an old buddy gave this to me. It is kind of old. It's from the 80s and 90s. So it does have a little bit of ancient history to it. It was made exclusively by Bass Pro Shops for the Procaster tournament. It's caught some pretty good fish on this. My brother caught his PB bass about a year ago on it. I'll show it right here. It's a pretty good day of fishing. It was at night, and it's just a miracle that he got the fish. That's besides the point. The rod is 7 feet tall and is a heavy action rod. So this thing is meant to catch big ends. The reel, on the other hand, is not Daiwa. It's a Shimano reel. So it had a little bit of a combo on it that I think my friend put on it. It's a Syncopate 2500 FE. So the rod itself is actually $200. You can look it up on Bass Pro Shops. I'll put the link in the description for this and all the items I mentioned in today's video. And the reel itself is around $75, so you're looking at $275 to $300 value. So this thing is really expensive, and I think part of the reason is that it can also be used for saltwater fishing. My friend said he's gone to the beach, and did some shore fishing, and he's caught some good sharks on this. So obviously, it is meant for saltwater and freshwater fishing. You don't really have to worry about what weight of your lures that you're putting on, your line. I mean, this just has some white mono tied onto it. overall, it really functions well. I mean, this spinning rod is definitely a great one to have. I mean, look how smooth that is. I mean, I haven't even like maintained it or done anything special with it. He just gave it to me and he was like, hey, you know, you can have it. And so shout out to my buddy Drew for giving me this really nice really nice spinning rod. So this is the Daiwa Proteus spinning rod with the Shimano reel combo. Alright folks, so that is a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, we are on the road to 300 subscribers by the end of 2021. And we're about, give or take, 80 subs away. So be sure to smash the subscribe button, like today's video, and comment down below what your favorite part of today's video was. I hope you enjoyed Rip Rod Fishing's rod and reel inventory for 2021. I really want to make great videos like this, guys, so put in the comments down below what future suggestions you have. Guys, from the bottom of my heart, I truly mean this. Thank you so much for all the support and love you've been showing on the channel. This really motivates me every single day to continue making videos and producing it on YouTube for you guys. Great content will be coming soon. We're going to be uploading bangers, not just weekly, but multi-weekly, like 2 times, 3 times a week. Like, you're going to see some insane uploads, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Again, thank you so much, guys. So, for the normal outro, Rip Rod Fishing out. Peace.